Hi y'all, welcome back to Lives. I think it's time we play a little Ark Ragnarok. Uh, I was gonna start a little earlier, but man, I have had the hiccups for like the last 30 minutes. I don't know. It was just out of nowhere. It was weird. I don't know. I finished work and I was turning in my timesheet and stuff, and uh, went upstairs to talk to somebody for a second, and I came back down. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and start recording, I think. And as soon as I hit to open the program, I started with the hiccups. Uh, uh, just crazy. So I've got 14 darts for my gun. I've got my gun. And I think we'll probably maybe go for an Argentavis today. We're gonna have to make one a saddle for you here. Hide and chitin. I'm pretty sure I have got both of those. Although 350 hide is a lot. Oh, well, then I've got 485 on here. Chitin I've got plenty of still for my Allosaur, who of course is dead. Argentavis saddle, I want to make one of those. And then we're going to dump this stuff back in here. Ooh, meat. Let me make sure I've got some meat on me here. Probably also from my Allosaur. Poor guy, eaten by a Giganto. Oh, I put in a bunch of fires here. Just cooking wood. Turn it into charcoal so I can make some more gunpowder. Okay, I need to see if we can fly here. It looks like... Hi. Who are you? And where did you come from? Do you think this is my... I am so confused. Do you think this is my Pteranodon that I lost? I mean, obviously it's my Pteranodon, but I don't know where this guy came from. He's got a saddle on him. You dang guys. Okay, I see what's happening here. Behavior, enable following. You're gonna follow me. Oh, that was close. These guys are idiots. Wait, what just happened? You right here. Behavior. Follow me. Behavior. Stop following me. I wonder if this means my Argentavis is still out there somewhere. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and also do up a couple of weight in you. And then I'm going to check this guy's stats out before I take a... I'm pretty sure this is the Pteranodon I used to go get my Argentavis, who vanished when I got my dolphin. So, what have we got here? We got 180 and 140, we'll call it. And you have 180 and 135. And that other one has lower levels, so it's technically a better Pteranodon than you are. Now I'm curious as to where I should go to see if I can find my Argentavis. Or maybe that's the... Nope. Nope, because I didn't do that. So weird. You know what I want to do, though, before I take off? I need a compass, and I need a... spyglass. One so I know which direction I'm heading in. And the other so that I know what I'm looking at. Because every time I take off and get out there, I get turned around, and I never know what the dinos are. Compass. Alright, I need fiber, flint, and metal. Ooh, okay. Metal, just give me this for a minute. Fiber. I need some flint. Do I still have some flint left? Not in there, I don't. Ooh, but I do have some... Ooh, I have a ton of narcotics in here. I got some flint right here, though. Get in here. Crafting. Make me a bunch more of these. Okay. Compass. Oh, still enough fiber. Okay. And then I also want a spyglass, which I know I need. That's not how you spell spy. I try to turn it into sply glass, I guess. I don't know. 2 crystals, 10 hide, 5 wood. Alright. Wood. Are those crystals? Crystals. Hide. Okay. And then all this other stuff can get back out of my inventory. Am I... Thanks. I don't want to search. I want to swap. Thanks. Swap. 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 Keep that. Swap. Keep that. You can have these back. Okay, and then we'll bring compass and spyglass. I wish you could use the compass from the hotbar. Like I could just see it looking at it here. Like I do in Minecraft. So I need to head... Oh yeah, I forgot. I have no idea which way I need to head. East, right? West. Maybe. I don't know. The compass does not work in this game. Or something. The map doesn't work in this game. I don't know. It very confuses me. Like, I think I'm headed north right now. Yes, I am headed north. So, if I turn to the west, the compass then points to the east. So the compass is backwards. I don't understand why that's a thing. Oh, sorry, dude. I forgot about your stamina issues. Because if I'm on the map and I'm going north and I turn to the left, that's west. But west on here is east on the compass. So, I don't know. You got me. It's weird. Alright. Now, I would like... I wonder if I should go along the coast, though. Since that's where I would have come through. My Argentavis would have been slower. I wasn't going fast, though, when it disappeared is the issue. So I don't understand why that Pteranodon, or the Pteranodon I'm on, suddenly appeared on the mountainside there. I am very confused as to where it came from. I guess technically didn't I have 3? I had 2 Pteranodons and an Argentavis, and then I was going to have them, or I was just going to leave the dolphin there, and then took the dolphin out and went pearl diving, and when I came back, all that was left was the dolphin. And so I just brought the dolphin home. Or no, that's not what happened. And then when I came back up, I told the flying mounts to follow me. And then I had to go really fast to get past the sharks to get started, but I didn't go that far. And then I totally told that thing to make me a bunch more darts, and then I didn't bring them with me. And then when I turned around from the sharks following me, and I didn't go far. I just moved far enough so the sharks weren't right next to me. I turned around and they were all gone, and I couldn't find them again after that. So I have no idea how that guy got to where he's at. Like, maybe he fell through the world? Did they all fall through the world, and that one just happened to manage to fly its way back out, and the other ones are just hovered in empty space somewhere? I don't know, it's so confusing. It is definitely one of the weirdest glitches I've had in Ark in my history of playing. But maybe... I don't know how good my 14 darts are going to be, but... maybe we can get our hands on another big Carno, which is super useful to me when it comes to getting chitin and stuff. And I'd love to get my hands on one of those again. I'd also love to get my Argentavis back, because I like being able to carry large amounts of goods with those guys. So, yeah. Man, I'll tell you, not to do with Ark, but I started watching this show, and it was really good, and I was really enjoying it. And you know, it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and usually stuff on the Sci-Fi Channel goes on for like 22 seasons before they cancel it seems like, unless it's something I really like, and then it gets canceled. I'm like, oh man, I love this show, canceled. Oh man, I'm not really a big fan of this show, goes on, it's on its 8th season now. Like, come on, seriously? You cancel the show I like? Keep the crap I don't like? Oh, let's be honest, there isn't a whole lot on the Sci-Fi Channel I do like. Maybe the Sci-Fi Channel's not for me. I like, I don't want to say smart, but I like shows that think about what they're doing a little bit. I like shows with a storyline. And I'm not a fan of slapstick kind of stuff. And so I don't know. I did read an article that said it was one of the higher rated shows on the station, which is it's just bizarre to me. I can't grasp the thought process behind the people who run companies that make entertainment. I just like it does really well, so let's cancel it. What's the thought process behind that? I'm pretty sure not too long ago I complained about DC Comics, right? And you can get the list of how well a comic sold, and so there'd be a comic that I really like, and then it gets canceled. And so then you go back and you look at the previous month before the decision was made, and it's like number 23 on the list of, the 40 comics they have out. And you're like, so you just canceled the comic in the middle of the list? And you kept the ones that are doing terrible? Like, why didn't you dump that one that's terrible at the bottom of the list if you had to dump a comic? Arthur Plura saddle. Oh, that's a weird one. And some paints. And Pelagornis saddle. That's not paints. It just looks like paints to me. I don't know if I can ride this guy. Yeah, those saddles way too much. And he needs some meat. Here you go. Sorry, saddles. I don't have the weight limit on this buzzard to carry you. Sorry. So I was watching Dark Matter. Dark Matter is the show. I was really enjoying it. It was really good. It wasn't amazingly good, but it was really good. And sure, they had their normal, sci-fi show. I see Star Trek is doing one coming up. The time loop episode, right? Every sci-fi show that has any way to have a time loop has a time loop episode. I have to relive this day over and over again until I figure out the thing to fix it. And that stuff I'm okay with. It might not be my favorite episodes, but I'm okay with it. It's just every sci-fi show that can time travel's got one, right? And not that Dark Matter time travels. They just have an experimental dimension drive that they still hadn't quite got working correctly. They did the alternate dimension episode, but the alternate dimension versions of themselves became characters on the show, which was interesting to me. So I thought that was kind of a fun thing they did. But it was a good show, and then I finished season 3 on Netflix because that's where I was watching it, and then I'd been recording it to my DVR. I'm just terrible at watching things on my DVR. My DVR sits at 99% full, and then I'll jump on and watch, half dozen episodes of various things, and then let it fill back up. I'll go through and I'll be like, all right, so like 7 seasons of this are on Netflix now. I'll just delete the 2 seasons I have recorded and watch it on Netflix when I get a chance, kind of thing. So, I watched the 3 seasons on... I had season 3 recorded on my DVR, and I was like... And then Netflix is like, oh yeah, we got the new season of the show. And I'm like, oh, well, I will just watch it on there. That dude is coming for us. They're coming for us. They're here. Oh, you know what's out here is not two pteranodons. It's a pteranodon, a pelagornis, and an argentavis. I'm on the pteranodon, so somewhere out here should be my pelagornis and my argentavis. Somewhere out here. Maybe. Whoops, we walked right off the rock. Sorry about that. So, yeah, so I get to the end of the season, I look it up. Canceled. But they're trying to, maybe find someone else to do it. There was, I don't know, everybody wants to have their own streaming service now. So apparently, I wasn't aware of it, but there's a Stargate streaming service out there that just shows Stargate stuff, and so they wanted to spin that into a full streaming service or something, and so they were going to try to get the rights to Dark Matter and add that to Stargate streaming service, whatever their thing's called. Stargate Command, I think, is what they said it was called. And maybe even try to tie the show in with I'm not sure how you could tie the show in with Stargate. That's weird. I don't understand how you would tie them together. They're not in the same universe, so there are not Stargates in Dark Matter, and Dark Matter takes place far in the future, 600 years in the future, actually. So I'm not sure how that would work with Stargate, but that was an article I read. Although it wouldn't be hurt my feelings if Netflix decided to pick it up and have one last season to finish the storyline, because you know what they did? They had a huge cliffhanger. It makes me so angry when a show does a huge cliffhanger. Like, if it's a little cliffhanger, fine. Your show got canceled, whatever. A little cliffhanger, I can live with it. But a huge cliffhanger. And then you're like, you know what? We decided that even though it's doing well in our ratings and it's one of our popular shows, we're just going to cancel it now because reasons. Because we think we can maybe, and this is what I think their thought process is, we have a limited space, which they don't. We have a limited space on our channel lineup, and maybe we can find a show that's more popular. So let's cancel a show that's not as popular as we think it should be, and try and find another show that might be as popular. So they'll cancel the show that was popular, and then they'll show like 7 or 8 other shows in its place, trying to find a show that is popular. And instead they could have just shown another season of that and been okay. But no. Gotta end it in the middle of the storyline. And it easily could have wrapped up in one more season. Easily. Maybe even, not even a full season. Just, why don't they have like a mini-series, like 4 episodes? I guess that's like a quarter of a season. How about 4 episodes? 2-hour episodes to wrap up the storyline and finish it up. I don't want them to rush, which is why I'm saying 2-hour episodes. Because one of the things they did, and I knew it was gonna come back, and I'm like, great, now they're gonna have all these things, and the show's gonna end, and we'll never find out the truth. And so they had an episode where they accidentally, one of them got flung far into the future. I have this feeling she got flung way in the future, and somehow she was still alive. So I'm not sure, because she mentioned it was the end of time. But so one of the characters talked to her future self, and her future self said she couldn't give her any actual information but gave her hand. Dude, there aren't fish in this rock. I'm sorry. He's trying to get fish out of that rock. I don't think it's gonna work. Okay, so now here... No, it's not here. I was thinking this was the spot. It looked like the spot there for a second. Somewhere out here, I was looking for the islands where I found these storage crates. We probably haven't got there yet. I should have taken my dolphin. We'd have been around through all this already. I see you down there, Manta. But it gave some prophecies about what was coming up. And so this is in season 2, I think this happened. And so in season 2, she went way forward in time, and she got some prophecies about things that were coming up. Just short phrases. The fall of the House of Ishida, and the Accelerated, the Black Ships, some names. There was something else that already happened on the show that was one of the things she said. And so they've got this, there are no aliens in the show, almost. And they run into this alien creature in one of the episodes, and it can go inside of a person and control them. And so they managed to get it out of one of the main characters. And so the season finale's story, which took place over a couple of episodes, was that they had they were trying to... Okay, spoiler alerts, I guess. Everything's run by corporations. So there aren't countries, there aren't nations, pretty much. There's corporations. And so one of the corporations does super secret experimental... Oh, you dirty, rotten buzzard. I hate those birds. I don't know who at the company that makes this game decided that animals that steal from you is funny, but they need to be fired, because I hate it. I hate it. Alright, maybe they don't need to be fired, but that was a dumb idea. It's not fun. Anyways, so corporation rule everything. One of the corporations is evil. Well, actually all the corporations are pretty much evil. And, so, they've been working with this alien species from another dimension. And, so, they wanted to destroy the, military fleet of the corporation who's currently started a war with all the other corporations. So the whole area that they exist in, I think it's just a galaxy. I don't think they go from galaxy to galaxy. I think they're just in a single galaxy, but they do have FTL flight. And so when they go to destroy the place, they find out that this Dwarf Star Corporation is operating out of here, and it has a... Is that what went down? Pretty sure that's what went down. And in the center of the complex is a portal to this other dimension, and they're trying to get it going, so that the aliens can come through. And they're kind of like black cloud wispy things. Honestly, they look a lot like the alien mimics off of Prey, if you've seen any Prey. And these are the islands, I think, where the boxes were that I saw. Yeah. It's down in this area. As I was... Yep, right there's one. See, look at these. There's a whole bunch right here. You can't open them, but if you break them open with Okay, that one didn't have anything. If you break them open with your axe, also didn't have anything. Now they're gonna call me you're making me a liar. Oh, there we go. Primitive crossbow, stone arrow, 4 spears, 9 arrows, primitive hatchet. Yeah. I don't, I hate to drop that stuff, but I gotta keep the weight down. That's the kind of stuff I found in there. I showed you the bunch of swords I picked up from cracking open crates out through here. Yeah, it's anyways, they tried to stop the aliens from coming through. They didn't know it, but one of their people got taken over. The corporations betrayed each other. They tried to detonate a white hole bomb, which they used way back at the beginning of the series, and destroyed an entire planet with one accidentally. So they're going to use it to blow up this shipyard to stop the one corporation from taking over. And it didn't work. And so they've got this dimensional drive they call the blink drive. And they used it to... or they decided the only thing they could do to stop the ships was to load the blink drive on board their shuttle, and then someone would have to fly the shuttle in because they couldn't remotely pilot it because of all the radiation. Oh, this is weird looking. And And so they had to fly it in and detonate it. And so one of the characters, main characters on the show, flew it in and detonated it. And it exploded in a huge space-time tear. And it was all a trick. Because the alien had come through and they needed enough power and probably needed to tear a rip in space-time to allow a dimensional portal to open large enough, and so the episode ended with the aliens' black ships, giant alien armada spaceship things coming through the portal, and that was the end of the final episode of Dark Matter. I'm like, seriously? Because I had thought that Dark Matter was currently on the air and that I was recording Season 4. And when I went to check my DVR, I couldn't find it. And I'm like, oh no, did I delete my recorded episodes of Season 4? And so I went to check to see when the episodes were on. So I didn't miss any more. And that's when I discovered it had been canceled. Yeah. Well, this did not net me an Argentavis yet. Obviously, we'll have to fly back a different route, but I was curious as to whether or not the one I already had existed out here somewhere. But I've not seen any green names pop up. Although I did get one of my Pteranodons back, strangely enough. I don't get it. I do not understand where this guy came from. Because he's been gone for like 3 episodes. I mean, he might not have been gone for 3 episodes. I just never looked up there. But he's been gone for 3 episodes. For me. So I don't know. Alright, with that, click like if you like. Subscribe to share and catch the next one. And I will talk to you later. Thank you.